Hi Cancer, this is your March 2022 spiritual reading. I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, we have Aries act. Wow, Mars motion. Powerful Aries energy. We have your 7th house relationship and 2nd house resources. All right. All right, we have threshold. The healer. And Starborn. All right. All right, so there's a lot of powerful, fiery energy that's going to be coming up for you guys. And it feels like it's coming up because, you know, you're kind of standing at that threshold where you are now could be a lot quieter, a lot darker. You were more in this divine feminine energy. And it feels like this next cycle, you're going to be stepping into your divine masculine energy. Aries is the emperor, right? You guys are, you're going to be tapping into your masculine energy and how, like, what will help you if you look at your natal chart and look at the planets that are in your fire houses, or which houses are your fire signs are in, and those are the places you're really able to tap into this energy. But you know, we have Aries and Mars. There's a lot of action that's going to be taking place. You guys are going from again, this more divine feminine energy, which feels like this is your norm. You're normally this beautiful soul, like this beautiful feminine energy. You're just being around you is extremely healing for people. You're very alluring and magnetizing. But again, now you're kind of stepping out of your comfort zone and taking a leap into the unknown, which for you is like the complete opposite, where you're going to be a go-getter. You're going to be very, very busy. Like your physical life is you're not going to have too much time to like sit down and relax. It's a very go. It could have to do with your career, something that you guys are starting as a business, or a new something that you're starting that's going to be making you a lot of money. We have the 5 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. So yeah, these definitely feels like these are very, very connected. You just weren't happy with where you were at when it comes to your abundance, your career, your income. It wasn't fulfilling you. It wasn't giving you that freedom and that peace and that security that you need. Again, if you really embody this divine feminine energies, you aren't supposed to be constantly stressed about making money, about what am I going to do? How am I going to survive? You're really meant to just be this beautiful healing energy for yourself and the world. And it feels like you're deciding that I can't just wait around for that to happen, that security to come to me. So I'm going to create it for myself. You're kind of choosing to bring more of a balance into your life. Whereas again, if you're naturally, like if you're born into this feminine energy, you know, it's a spectrum, right? And you're really here, you're going to be working on balancing it out. So you're not going to be totally embodying the divine masculine. You're just stepping closer towards it because you need to, and you're kind of realizing, in order to be part of this world, in order to, it almost feels like you guys feel you're so much more tapped into the 5D than the 3D. And you're kind of realizing that, okay, well, if I'm here, like if I am in the 3D, I have to, play by the rules a little bit, or at least the way society is now. You don't want to just sit around, and just accept whatever it is that you have. There's this motivation and this fire that's going to be awakening in you to get that life that you want and you deserve in this 3D world. You want that beautiful home, that beautiful, that life where you don't have to work every single day, where you can have more of that freedom to do whatever it is that you want. And that's why it really does feel like some of you might be starting some sort of business where in the beginning, yes, it's going to require you to really put in a lot of time and effort and give a lot of your energy to it, because you're giving birth to it, right? You're planting that seed and nourishing it and watching it as it blooms. And it feels like with this, you're going to get to a point where it's going to be so successful that it's kind of going to turn into passive income. So that motivation that you're going to be feeling, or if like you have this idea to start some sort of business or some really brilliant idea that comes to you, definitely take action towards it. It's not going to be one of those things where you wait around and try to draw it, manifest it to you, almost because it doesn't exist in the world yet. You're meant to be bringing that to life. So it is going to require you to be more active and take more action than you normally would. But yeah, there's something that's very, very, that's going to be motivating you. It's taking up a lot of your reading, so it feels like it's very powerful energies. And it's going to be like your main focus this month, this fire that's going to be awakening within you. And the more that you feed that fire, the more that you follow it, the stronger it gets. So you're going to have a lot of energy to give to this. We have Starborn and Healer. You guys could, whatever it is that you're starting could have to do with spirituality. And it almost feels like, again, there's something very magical and mystical about you that draws people in. So for a lot of you, there is, and you would have felt this your whole life, that you are kind of destined for fame or destined to be known. And like when you were growing up, you may have like notice that a lot of people are interested by you and interested in your life and ask questions about you, like ask others. It's just your name is everywhere. And if that is the case for you, it does feel like whatever this is that you're starting, not only is it going to bring you a lot of success, but it's also going to bring put a lot of eyes on you. And for whatever the reason for it is somehow connected to your divine feminine energies, right? Your healing energy. It's like you're born with this powerful, beautiful aura and energy about you that you're meant to share with the world. But in order to do that, you kind of have to tap into that masculine energies. And again, it feels like this fire is gonna be awakening within you, and all you have to do is follow it and trust that it's going to get you what you want. Like whatever this is that you're drawn towards is going to get you to your 10 of Pentacles, to like the ultimate success, ultimate abundance. And it feels like it's because this is what you're meant to do. This is what is aligned with your destiny, not what you were doing in the past. We also have the 7th house here. So the 7th house is the house of marriage, right? Traditional marriage, but it's also the house of contractual relationships. So for me, this isn't feeling like love. It's actually feeling like you guys might be going into business with someone. Again, because you're not really familiar with this energy, like this entrepreneur, starting a business energy, you might want to, if there is someone who's very in that world, who's very familiar with it, you guys may be going into business with that person. Let's see. Yeah, I was gonna say this too, because in this card it looks like they're bound together. It almost feels like it's part of the both of your destinies to come together in this life and start this business or project. That's why it feels like it's so much more than just to make a living. This is gonna give you guys the ability to do what you came here to do and to fulfill your destinies. And this is how you're able to make a living off of doing that, because it is centered around spirituality. You guys are very tied together, very powerful souls, and this is like a soulmate situation, except it's not a soulmate in love. It's soulmates can be friends, and it feels like this is someone that you've been friends with, that has been in your life in many, many lifetimes. And in this one, it's really centered around this physical creation that you guys are going to be making together, this business that you're going to be starting, that's going to be bringing the both of you a lot of success and abundance. Let's see. We have the Nine of Swords, because again, it feels like when you feel this powerful draw, there will be a part of you, because you're not so familiar with that world, that feels very anxious and doesn't know where to start, and kind of this energy, this fire that's awakening within you could turn against you and become anxiety and stress if you allow it to be. And that's why it's so important for you guys, if you find that that is the case for you, to not go at this alone. And there is someone that you're meant to go on this with, that you're meant to go on this journey with, and you'll know immediately when you meet them, or if they're already in your life, you already know exactly who that is. And so, bring it up to this person. If you have the idea first, approach them, and it feels like they will want to do this with you without a doubt in their mind. Like, this is something that the both of you are destined to do together, but it feels like you can't do it alone. Not because you're not able, you don't have the abilities, but because it'll be too stressful, and it'll drain you instead of feeding you energy and giving you life. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So again, your spiritual journey right now is very, very deeply connected to, this is the Seven of Pentacles. It's very deeply connected to the 3D world, right? The Pentacles is physical. And it feels like, again, it's like this reading would have resonated with you by now. It feels like the divine and your spirit guides have been leaving breadcrumbs for you to follow. Like, this is something that it's like this fire here. For a while now, you've been moving towards it. You've been drawn to something. You've let's say you never really ever talked about starting a business, and then all of a sudden it's like people that come into your life, they are entrepreneurs, or they talk about business and finance, and like you turn on the TV and it's sorry, Cancer, there was a knock at the door. But yeah, it feels like you've been drawn to this, like this, you've been moving towards this place for a while now. You've been collecting ideas, whether you're aware of it or not, and it feels like now is the time to actually implement them and to bring this idea to life. And again, for a lot of you, it is connected to someone else that's in your life, so you won't have to go at this alone. And it almost feels like doing it with this person is going to make it so much more enjoyable for you, which is what you need. I don't think that you guys would thrive or gain anything from being under a tremendous amount of stress. It's not your path. It's not a lesson that you're meant to learn here. So definitely don't go at this alone. There's someone in your life that you'll you'll know immediately. Like, this person will pop into your mind that you're meant to do this with, and it does feel like this is the time. You know, the time is now for you guys to actually get this going. All right, Cancer, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.